Imagine you're in Tokyo, sitting quietly in a sleek corporate boardroom, the hum of the city outside. You know business is about deals and deadlines, but here, silence feels as loud as words. Your Japanese counterparts nod, but you're puzzled, is it agreement or something else? This subtle dance, where what's unsaid weighs as much as what's said, is the first puzzle Nishiyama Kazuo wants you to solve. Japanese business communication. It's less about talk and more about understanding background signals. You'll soon see why mastering silence can turn confusion into connection. Nishiyama recounts a meeting with Mr. Tanaka at a major electronics firm near Osaka. Tanaka-san listens quietly, nodding calmly, yet beneath the surface that nod meant, "I hear you, but I'm not convinced." Westerners often mistake that for yes and jump ahead. The story reveals how missing this cue leads to costly misunderstandings. Think of Japanese communication like a traditional ink wash painting. What's not painted explicitly shapes the whole picture. The artist leaves blank spaces to evoke meaning, just as Japanese speakers rely heavily on shared history and subtle cues to convey intent without spelling it out. Once you decode this, the payoff is huge. Your Japanese partners feel respected and trust blossoms. The book shows companies like Sony transforming cross-cultural friction into fluid collaboration simply by valuing silence and nuance, not rushing to fill it. In the West, speed wins, but in Japan, harmony is the name of the game. Your challenge: how to navigate decision-making where consensus rules and patience pays off. At a Tokyo subsidiary of a global pharma firm, project manager Keiko spent weeks quietly meeting each stakeholder before a big product launch decision. No formal meetings at first, just informal chats over tea. Called Nemawashi, this behind-the-scenes groundwork is essential. Nishiyama explains how skipping it only means your proposal faces rejection once formally raised. Imagine building a bonsai tree. You don't rush shaping branches, you carefully prune, twist, and nurture. Nemawashi is pruning the decision tree. By consulting all parties quietly, you shape an outcome everyone will support, no surprises, no bitter conflicts. The payoff? When the final decision emerges, it's not just a boss's decree, it's a collective commitment. Nishiyama shows how this approach, slow as molasses to outsiders, results in rock-solid execution and loyalty that often outperforms hasty Western decisions. Contracts are just the start. In Japan, negotiation is a nuanced dance, where reading emotions and preserving face matter more than pushing hard. Nishiyama tells of a Western CEO who aggressively drove a tough negotiation in Tokyo. His blunt style backfired. His Japanese counterpart smiled politely but walked away. Later, they told Nishiyama that pushing hard was seen as rude, harming the trust that underpins deals here. Negotiation in Japan is like watching a haiku unfold, many layers beneath few words. You watch body language, listen for pauses, notice shifts in tone. This picture of subtle cues, the unsaid, guides your responses more than loud arguments. The ultimate payoff: deals here are more than ink on paper, they bind relationships. Nishiyama reveals how companies that persevere to build human connections, not just legal contracts, create partnerships lasting decades, weathering turbulence most Western deals can't. Remember that quiet Tokyo boardroom? Now you know why every nod and pause mattered. They're the threads of trust Nishiyama untangles throughout his book. Next time you're in a meeting with Japanese partners, pause before speaking, listen harder, and think like an artist shaping a bonsai. Try this. Before making any proposal, take time to plant your roots, Nemawashi, and watch how business blooms. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.